Hi, and thank you for visiting my channel. For more information, kindly subscribe and follow. Now let's get started.
WWE is currently gaining momentum on the road to WrestleMania Tour of Europe. Triple H and his teams are the hottest ticket in town, no matter which major European city they stop at. The game just provided proof and revealed a viral moment from backstage at SmackDown today. Celebrities and World Wrestling Entertainment are synonymous. Hollywood stars, musicians, and professional athletes are among the famous people attending WWE events on any given night in the United States. Trips overseas are increasing, but still a bit rare, so when the largest wrestling company in the world does come to town, everyone tries to get in the arena. Lamine Yamal is one famous name who made his way backstage at SmackDown in Barcelona today. Dubbed Mini Messi, the star is a 17-year-old winger for FC Barcelona and Spain's national soccer team. Yamal met several superstars while hanging out backstage at today's SmackDown tapings from the Olympic Stadium in the capital of Catalonia, which is where FC Barcelona plays its home games. Triple H took to X to share a photo with Yamal, who is widely viewed as one of the best young soccer players in the world after debuting in 2023 at age 15. WWE's chief content officer added immense praise for the rising star. Yamal also appeared in backstage photos with Drew McIntyre and Cody Rhodes. The Scottish Warrior declared them both to be the chosen ones of their sports. Triple H hypes WWE Backlash, STL. The fallout from WrestleMania 41 will explode on Saturday, May 10th, at Backlash, St. Louis. Triple H took to X this week to announce the first premium live event after WrestleMania 41. The chief content officer included a new Backlash promo. Every hashtag WrestleMania there are winners and there are losers. For every action, there will be a backlash. Hashtag Backlash comes to at Enterprise_Center in St. Louis on May 10th. Tickets on sale next Friday, Triple H wrote with the video below. World Wrestling Entertainment's 20th Backlash event will take place 21 days after WrestleMania 41. SNME 39 will then take place 15 days after Backlash. The atmosphere backstage at WWE SmackDown was electric. With the blue brand running at full steam, the energy among the superstars was palpable. Wrestlers prepared for their matches, producers gave last-minute cues, and the WWE Universe roared just beyond the curtain. But amidst the chaos, a special moment unfolded, one that would be remembered for years to come. Triple H, the chief content officer of WWE, was seen in a rare and heartfelt interaction with one of the company's brightest stars. This wasn't just a pat on the back, it was a public endorsement, something that sent ripples through the locker room. The man of the hour? None other than LA Knight. The megastar steals the show again. On this particular night, LA Knight had just wrapped up a segment that had the WWE Universe on fire. Whether it was his impeccable mic work, his unmatched charisma, or his ability to engage the audience in a way few could, it was evident that he had transcended being just another name on the roster. His journey had been anything but conventional. From his days grinding through the independent scene to his early WWE stint as Eli Drake, and later a rebirth in NXT, LA Knight had fought against the odds. Yet, despite previous creative roadblocks, he had forced WWE to take notice. And now, with his rise to the top undeniable, he had just delivered another jaw-dropping promo, leaving the WWE Universe chanting his name. LA Knight. Yeah. Backstage, as Knight walked through the curtain, sweat still glistening on his forehead, he was met with a round of applause from several WWE officials and talents standing near the gorilla position. Then, from behind the production monitors, emerged the game himself, Triple H. Triple H's seal of approval. The sight of Triple H was enough to make anyone pause. The man responsible for shaping the modern era of WWE stood tall, arms crossed, nodding approvingly. He approached LA Knight, extended his hand, and firmly grasped the megastars in a show of respect. "Man, that was special," Triple H said, his voice carrying the weight of someone who had seen legends rise before his very eyes. Every single person in that crowd was hanging on to your every word. Knight, ever confident but visibly moved, smirked. "You know me, Hunter. I just say what needs to be said, and the people listen." "Yeah," he said, throwing in his signature phrase. Triple H chuckled before turning serious. "I've been around this business for a long time, and trust me when I say, very few people can own a crowd the way you do. It's something you can't teach. And tonight? You proved once again why you belong in the main event scene." The locker room, which had been buzzing with their own conversations, grew silent as everyone turned their attention to the moment unfolding. When Triple H praised someone, it meant something. The words were not empty flattery, they were an acknowledgement that someone was destined for greatness. "I've watched your journey, from your NXT days to your rise here on SmackDown," Triple H continued. "And let's be honest, there were moments when people doubted you'd make it this far. But you've earned everything that's come your way." Knight nodded, his smirk turning into a more humbled expression. "Yeah, I've had to knock down some doors, kick in some walls. But here I am. And I ain't done yet." Triple H placed a hand on Knight's shoulder. "That's exactly the attitude that's gonna take you even higher. Keep doing you, because trust me, the sky's the limit." The locker room reacts. As Triple H walked away, several superstars approached Knight, slapping him on the back or giving him nods of approval. Kevin Owens, never one to shy away from sharing his opinion, smirked as he passed by. "So, I guess you're officially the Golden Boy now, huh?" LA Knight laughed. "I've always been the Golden Boy, Kev. Just took the right people a little longer to figure it out." Even veterans like Rey Mysterio and Bobby Lashley shared their admiration, recognizing the significance of Triple H's endorsement. The locker room hierarchy was built on respect, and LA Knight had just received one of the highest forms of it. A star set for a massive future? With WrestleMania season approaching, speculation immediately began circulating among fans and insiders alike. Could this be the year LA Knight reaches the very top? His rise in popularity had been undeniable, and with Triple H's public praise, it was clear WWE saw him as more than just a flavor-of-the-month sensation. Rumors suggested he could be in line for a major WrestleMania storyline, perhaps against Roman Reigns or even a dream clash with a returning legend. In fact, sources backstage hinted that Triple H was heavily considering Knight as a top-tier title contender, believing his connection with the fans could rival that of past megastars like The Rock or Stone Cold Steve Austin. LA Knight's response to the praise. Later that night, in an exclusive WWE digital interview, LA Knight was asked about Triple H's words of praise. "Let's be honest here," Knight started, adjusting his leather jacket. "When the game himself, one of the greatest of all time, looks you in the eye and tells you you're the man, that means something. But let me tell you something else," he added, pointing at the camera. "Triple H sees what everybody else already knew. I ain't here to just be here. I'm here to run the place, take over, and make this my show. And if anybody's got a problem with that, well, they can get in line." He leaned into the mic, his voice dropping into his signature cadence. "WWE Universe, get used to it, because you're looking at the next top guy. And there ain't a damn thing anyone can do about it. Yeah." The segment ended, but the impact was already felt. Fans erupted on social media, celebrating what felt like the next major chapter in LA Knight's WWE career. The aftermath: what's next for LA Knight? With Triple H publicly backing him, the question now wasn't if LA Knight would get a world title shot, it was when. Would WWE pull the trigger in time for a Royal Rumble victory? Or could he go the Cody Rhodes route and main event SummerSlam first before eventually becoming world champion? Regardless of what the future held, one thing was certain: LA Knight had the respect of one of the most influential figures in WWE history. And in this business, that was worth more than gold. As SmackDown went off the air that night, one phrase echoed throughout the arena and across the wrestling world. LA Knight. Yeah. Triple H to bring current WWE champion to SmackDown for the first time ever this week? Exploring the possibility. The upcoming episode of WWE SmackDown will kick off the European tour of the Stamford-based promotion. This week's episode of the Blue Brand will emanate live from Olympic Arena, Barcelona, Spain. So, with the show being held in Spain, this stems the chances of Triple H bringing current WWE NXT Tag Team Champion Axiom on SmackDown this week. For those who might not know, Axiom, FKA, a Kid, is a Spanish wrestler. Also, the star was recently spotted in Spain, making an appearance at Lucha Libre Rebellion. So, with Axiom already being present in Spain, this heightens the chances that Triple H will bring him to SmackDown for the first time. An appearance from Axiom on the Blue Brand will allow WWE to gather a hometown reaction for him. Also, the company is known for pushing international stars whenever they appear on their home ground. So, it's probable that the 27-year-old star will be part of this week's edition of the Blue Brand. The King of the Kings could book him in a major segment or a quick match against a main roster talent. This could be a significant way for the NXT star to make his first impression on the main roster in front of the live crowd. As of now, there is nothing confirmed yet regarding the presence of Axiom on the show. We just have to wait for a few more hours to witness SmackDown live from Spain. Triple H might be punishing a major WWE star ahead of WrestleMania 41, said veteran. Triple H is the chief content officer in WWE and has the creative control on the storyline. Ahead of WrestleMania 41, one of the recent surprise moments was the Women's World Championship changing hands as Io Sky dethroned Rhea Ripley to become the champion. Also, during WWE Raw on Netflix this week, The Eradicator confronted Bianca Belair with having Io part of that segment, too. However, things got heated between Belair and Ripley, and both of them started ignoring the newly crowned champion. In frustration, Sky executed a tight slap on the face of both stars. Recently, Vince Russo has shared his reaction on the entire ongoing situation of the Mommy and stated that he believes that the game's creative team is punishing the former Judgment Day member. This could be due to Rhea potentially being on the wrong side of someone backstage or against a creative idea, which leads to these consequences. As of now, Rhea is expected to get added to the Io Sky vs Bianca Belair WrestleMania match and make it a triple threat for the Showcase of Immortals. As WWE continues to evolve under the leadership of Triple H, it's clear that the landscape of the company is shifting in dramatic ways. This week, rumors are circulating about one of the most exciting developments in recent memory, a potential appearance by the current WWE Champion on SmackDown, something that has never happened before. For years, the two major brands, Raw and SmackDown, have existed in parallel, each with their own distinct roster of superstars and championship titles. But now, with the winds of change blowing through WWE, Triple H could be setting the stage for something truly groundbreaking. The current landscape, a new era for WWE. Under Triple H's guidance, WWE has seen a resurgence of fan excitement, innovative storylines, and unexpected twists. The company has reintroduced elements that had previously been lost in the shuffle, creating a unique blend of nostalgia and modernity. He has introduced several crossover moments, where Raw and SmackDown have collided in the name of new storylines, and has revitalized classic rivalries with a fresh perspective. The idea of moving WWE's top championship, the WWE Universal Championship, across the brands is not only intriguing, but it could also be the perfect way to take the storylines to new heights. Roman Reigns, the reigning champion and undisputed face of WWE, has been on a record-breaking title reign. His dominance has been primarily felt on SmackDown, where the Bloodline storyline has taken center stage. Reigns, with Paul Heyman by his side, has consistently shown that he is the centerpiece of WWE's modern era, which makes his eventual appearance on SmackDown even more significant. But SmackDown has its own unique flavor, its own identity, which has kept it a fan favorite. The anticipation is building, and it could be just the right time for Triple H to shake things up by allowing SmackDown to experience the full force of the WWE Champion's presence. The potential impact on SmackDown's roster. For SmackDown, the arrival of Roman Reigns, or any WWE Champion for that matter, would have massive implications. First, it would elevate the stakes on the brand. SmackDown has always been the place for action and drama, but with a top-tier champion like Reigns potentially stepping into the ring, it would take things to a new level. Reigns has been the face of SmackDown for a long time, but if Triple H were to pull the trigger on bringing the Universal Champion over for the first time, it would undoubtedly spark a frenzy of potential matchups and rivalries. For the current SmackDown roster, the potential for title matches against Reigns would create a new wave of excitement. Superstars like AJ Styles, Sheamus, and Drew McIntyre have been hungry for championship gold for months, and facing off against Reigns could lead to some epic battles. The unexpected alliance of WWE Champion with different roster members could also add to the unpredictable nature of WWE's storytelling. It's important to note that SmackDown has its fair share of underdogs who have yet to experience a true championship match. Stars like Santos Escobar, Louisiana Knight, and Karrion Kross are itching for a moment that will define their careers. If Triple H were to make the decision to bring the WWE Champion to SmackDown, it would instantly elevate the stakes for these rising stars. Furthermore, the potential for new factions to form could also rise with the inclusion of the WWE Champion. Reigns, as the leader of the Bloodline, has brought an entirely new dynamic to SmackDown, but with him potentially crossing over to SmackDown in an official capacity, the door could open for new partnerships and rivalries. A faction war of sorts could develop, with established stables like the Judgment Day or Imperium trying to stake their claim, possibly targeting the champion and setting up feuds that extend beyond the current roster. Triple H's strategy, unifying WWE. For Triple H, the idea of bringing the WWE Champion to SmackDown could be seen as part of a grand strategy to unify the WWE Universe. While Raw and SmackDown have been operating as separate entities, the recent narrative threads have shown that these brands are interconnected. There have been cross-brand matches, storylines that span across both shows, and even the introduction of new championships to consolidate power under the WWE umbrella. But unifying the championships under one superstar's reign, like Roman Reigns' current title run, would be a key move in truly making both brands feel like they are working toward the same goal. It would also serve to elevate SmackDown in a way that no one has anticipated. The WWE Champion, when paired with the right storylines, could make SmackDown feel just as important as Raw without overshadowing the Red brand. For the first time, Triple H would have the ability to control the momentum of both shows simultaneously, making WWE as a whole stronger than it has ever been. The possibilities for storytelling. Perhaps the most exciting aspect of bringing the WWE Champion to SmackDown is the endless potential for storytelling. Reigns, who has consistently proven his ability to draw emotions from fans, could lead SmackDown into a new era, facing a host of new rivals and reuniting with old ones. One major storyline that could be explored is the dissolution of the Bloodline. With the cracks showing in the faction, the addition of a fresh dynamic, such as a WWE Champion leaving the faction or betraying Reigns, could make for an explosive series of events. If a rival faction or a top star were to come after Reigns' title, it could lead to dramatic confrontations, not only in the ring but also on a personal level. We could also see Reigns facing off against other top-tier contenders who have yet to experience a major title push. An ongoing feud with a superstar like Drew McIntyre, who has had his own share of struggles with Reigns over the past few months, could be the perfect lead-up to a major pay-per-view event. McIntyre's growing frustration with the system could turn him into a more dangerous and unpredictable challenger. Furthermore, Triple H's love for long-form storytelling could mean that this move is the beginning of something bigger. Reigns' WWE Championship reign could be just the tip of the iceberg in a narrative that will span months, with unexpected twists, surprise challengers, and a steadily building tension between factions that could see more superstars in the spotlight than ever before. The fans' reaction, a new era. Ultimately, the fans are the ones who will define whether this shift is successful. WWE's fan base is deeply invested in both Raw and SmackDown, but many feel that the brand split has limited the full potential of the company's roster. A move like this could reinvigorate interest, making fans feel like they are witnessing something special. As long as Triple H remains committed to giving the fans something unpredictable, their support will continue to grow. If Triple H's plan succeeds in bringing the current WWE Champion to SmackDown this week, it will not only reshape the brand but could also signal the dawn of a new chapter in WWE's long and storied history. Only time will tell, but one thing is for certain, WWE fans are in for a wild ride.